All right, toy collectors and riddle solving masters or participants. I know these videos don't get a lot of views, but I like to give you guys some insight, and I like to recognize the person who put some time in and figured these puzzles out, the riddle out. And so now let's talk about who and how the person who solved this Wolverine 97 contest did it. Number one, let's congratulate the person who did it and put the time and effort into doing it, and that is Mr. Con, Mr.Con. Apparently, that's how he wants me to use his name. That's actually his YouTube channel. So he wanted me to mention that. I asked him for three things: his name, address, and how he did it. And just to let you know, your package went home to your address. Your Snake Eyes Desert Commando is heading your way. Should be there in a couple days. So there's that. So again, congratulations, Mr. Con. And also, he gave us, how he won it. So what we'll do is we'll go through some of those clues he used, and that way we can get some insight into how he did it and how I run my puzzles or my riddles. Now, it's not to say I'm never going to do a straight giveaway. Love doing those when we hit milestones. Like every 500 subscribers, we'll probably do one, right? Like I'm doing one right now in the news video that happened last Sunday. We hit 500 on that news video. And if you just go down to the comments and type in 500, you're entered into the contest. And I'll pull that out this coming Sunday. So, we're going to announce the winner then. It's just a random pull. But for most of my contests, I don't like randomness. I like people to engage, have a little fun with it, and through your hard work, earn a prize if you like. So without further ado, let's get into this thing. So number one, the very first thing that you need when you go into solving a riddle is the primer, right? What am I looking for? Or cipher. What am I doing here? What are we looking for in this video? Well, in all of my videos, I do have a cipher, and it's usually, not always, but probably always, 90% of the time, it's that at the bottom of the details for the video, you'll see some gibberish down there. That's a simple @bash cipher. So what you do is you take that primer, run it through any @bash cipher that's on the Googles, and it'll simply tell you, hey, I'm looking for a cartoon from the 90s. That's literally what that says. And you don't have to do any kind of acrobatics for that. I mean, there's tons of @bash decryptors online, so you can figure that out. But, again, I'm doing this to provide you some insight. Now, most of the clues were provided to you in the first 3 minutes of the video. So let's get to that's the primer. Here's the first set of clues. In one of the shots where we're starting with Wolverine, you'll see actually a whole bunch of clues behind him. Number one, New York, the Yucatan Peninsula, Cape Canaveral, Norfolk, Virginia, Mount Rushmore, and Washington, D.C. What are those? I'll tell you what they are. They're locations that were identified by the cartoon that I'm looking for. They're undeniable locations. They didn't look exactly like those locations, but it's undeniable the place that it was occurring in. So those are some of the locations that this cartoon took place in. Now, second riddle or second clue, Project Harvest of Doom. Project Harvest of Doom was the title for the very first episode. And to the other side of Wolverine, as the third clue on this page, Gemini is the only reoccurring character, villain in this cartoon. So, now you've got those three clues, right? So let's continue on. Now, also, if you paid attention while the video or the review was going on, in the background, there was one of a couple of clues there, but the first clue was Howard the Duck. The creator of this cartoon was also the creator of Howard the Duck. However, the creator of it got into a little bit of a kerfuffle with Marvel. Anyways, in the end, he actually gave the rights up to Marvel because he had done it as part of his work arrangement. As you guys know, Stan Lee and everybody else knows, you give up those characters to Marvel when you create them there at Marvel. So he had to give up Howard the Duck. But he is the creator, and he is credited with it as well. The other thing that you saw was the name of the creator in that screen, if you were paying attention. Wanted, Steve Gerber was the name of that creator. He is also the creator for the cartoon I am looking for. The next clue, which was throughout the entire video almost, was the UCLA banner. A lot of the people who created it were from that area. One of the people that was heavily involved in it was a UCLA graduate. When they were walking by the UCLA campus, they said, hey, we need another name for this character. Why don't we just call the character Ookla? Now, that was the first huge hint. You should have known there is a character in this cartoon called Ookla. Now, in the next clue, again, in the background, what you'll see is a series of names. Now, all these names are actually the voices, the voice actors for these particular characters. And you should already know who I'm talking about by this point. Nellie Bellflower voiced Ariel. Robert Ridgely voiced Thundar. Henry Corden voiced Ookla. Martin Pasco was the writer for the cartoon. And finally, the cartoon I was looking for, well, you should guess it by now. Thundar the Barbarian. One of my favorite cartoons. It was a perfect mix of mystery, magic, science fiction, monsters. The greatest cartoon that I remember from that time was when that alien crash landed and Thundar had to go fight it. That is the most memorable cartoon or episode that I have in my mind. To this day, I remember that cartoon. It enthralled me. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Congratulations, Mr. Khan. Hey, you know what, guys? I'll be doing some more of these riddles, and they're fun to do. And again, I like the giveaways, but I also like people to have a shot at winning something through their hard work. So I'll be doing these mostly. And every milestone, every once in a while we hit a milestone, we'll do the regular giveaways where you just comment in the bottom and say something, and then we'll draw for it. But anyways, thanks for your support, guys. I'm supremely grateful for all the engagement and all the subscribers. Let's continue having fun here. It's just about having fun. It's just a fun toy hobby, and maybe learn a few things along the way. Thank you so much for subscribing, and go ahead and like if you're so inclined.